Hi YouTube, Tandy here with another YouTube video for you. Today we're going to be playing some more Pioneer as we explore the Rona combo. For those of you unaware, the Rona combo is Rona Herald of Invasion. Says whenever you cast a legendary spell, untap Rona, draw a card, then discard a card so it can loot. It's if we put Retraction Helix on the Rona, essentially it allows us to bounce something, and then whenever we play a legendary thing, we can untap it and bounce it again. That works really nicely with one legendary artifact, Mox Amber. We play Mox Amber, it taps for blue, we bounce it with Rona, we play it, and it untaps the Rona, we tap it for blue. That's infinite mana, and that's infinite bounce. Now, that in itself is not a win. We have to find other ways to win, but when those ways to win function nicely inside your deck already, I think that that's a great place to be. And we figured out a combo kill with Tyvar Jubilant Brawler. Once we have the infinite combo going, Tyvar Jubilant Brawler can minus, find Diligent Excavator, and then deck your opponent that away. Once you have infinite mana with Rona, the Mox Ember can start making black and green for Tyvar once you have Tyvar in play. And then you can bounce Tyvar with Rona, minus, replay it, minus, and rinse and repeat until you find Diligent Excavator to mill your opponent out. We're playing Diligent Excavator instead of Thassa's Oracle because Diligent Excavator can win the game without Tyvar, and Thassa's Oracle cannot. Diligent Excavator also only has one blue pip and works nicely with Gigantha. Also, Diligent Excavator can self-mill to turn on Treasure Cruise early. I think overall, the Excavator is the ideal kill. However, if you wanted to sideboard one extra kill condition, I think that's fine. Our opponents might have Gaia's Blessing or, Pithing Needle or something that messes up our combo if like our Tyvar gets shut down. Maybe an extraction effect on Diligent Excavator can beat us. So if you want to play an alternate kill, that's fine. The way this deck operates is in the early turns, we're going to be playing Fatal Push and Thoughtseize to interact with our opponent to slow the game down. We're going to try to play Jace or Rona on turn 2, and what that ends up doing is lets our Mox turn into an actual Mox, like an extra land. And with that mana, we can play Consider. Later in the game, we can use it to trigger Diligent Excavator to mill. We can also use it to play the Treasure Cruise. Once we get Tyvar on the table, Mox Amber can then cast Fatal Push and Thoughtseize, both just like nice tempo plays as the game progresses. I'm not sold on one of Power Word Kill. This could be potentially Bloodchief's Thirst, as a tempo play where you play turn 3 Tyvar plus Mox Amber plus Bloodchief's Thirst to kill a creature. I think that's a reasonable line. Cut Down is also consideration. Cut Down's been seeing a lot of play in Standard. It's been honestly rather impressive to me. And it doesn't obviously kill as much stuff in this format, but I still think it's fine and potentially worth consideration as an extra removal spell. Right now, Power Word Kill is in a weird spot because it doesn't kill Traxa, and that's why I'm concerned about it. But Go for a Throw doesn't kill, Esca's Chariot or whatever anyway. So each of those removal spells has give and take based on 1 mana versus 2 mana, based on instant versus sorcery, etc. The one thing about the deck that I want to point out, and I really want to stress, is that Consider is not only a great dig effect for finding lands, for finding combo pieces, but as a blue card for 1 mana, it allows you to gain a mana on turn 2 with Rona or Jace, plus Mox Amber, and then using that mana for Consider is a huge deal. In previous iterations, I've used things like Censor. I've been considering playing things that cycle for 1 mana, like Boon of the Wishgiver, things that you can use the mana from Mox Amber early, and then later, it's part of your combo. I think that this build is going to push Mox Amber to the limit, essentially trying to use the blue mana early. I think you're going to see a couple times we go double Mox Amber on turn 2 just to play a second 2-drop. I think that the Mox Amber can be used pretty aggressively to untap Rona and kind of act like a Lotus Petal. I think all this is stuff that works nicely in the deck, and you're going to see it in action really soon. The Treasure Cruises are honestly pretty easy to turn on, thanks to Jace Vryn's Prodigy and Rona Herald of Invasion. You loot through your deck quite quickly, and then with Fatal Push and Thoughtseize, and even redundant Mox Ambers that go to the graveyard, and Tyvar minuses, you're able to fuel the graveyard rather quickly, and I think Treasure Cruise is going to be pretty solid for doing exactly that. Refueling, playing a fair game, finding combo pieces. We're playing Treasure Cruise instead of Dig Through Time because I want to play Gigantha. I think Gigantha is a great card for the strategy. Giganta combined with the backside of Rona can occasionally be a win condition, or at the very least force your opponent to interact with you in spots where they might not want to, and then that might leave you a window to combo kill later in the game. This deck is very close to being good. It's pretty good. It's very close to being very good. I'm going to be working on Rona, I think, for the next couple days. I'll probably write an article about it this week on my Patreon. Overall, I think that the Rona combo is extremely cool, and I'm excited to try more stuff with it. Our sideboard, we have 2 copies of Canker Bloom. This is going to be our disenchant of choice. It works nicely with Tyvar because we can get it back. There is a kill somewhere. If we get our Diligent Excavators extracted, Canker Bloom can actually act as a combo kill with the Tyvar stuff, because what it does is you can infinitely Tyvar, infinitely Canker Bloom, and infinitely turn up Jace's loyalty to 9, and then once you ultimate, you can deck your opponent. It's a very weird kill, and it only works really if there's no Diligent Excavators in your deck anymore, but it is a potential kill. 3 Raven Enfeeblement. This is going to be our primary way of stopping Greasefang from coming online. It's going to be excellent against White Weenie. There's a good chance we should be playing 4, and I'll definitely consider 4 for the future. Right now, to fit some other things into the sideboard, which we'll talk about in a minute, we're only playing 3. 2 copies of Mystical Dispute. This is another card I think that we could go up on. 3 copies is great against things like Spirits or Control decks. For help protecting your combo. It's also incredible in the mirror. If the mirror ever becomes popular, if Neoform continues to be popular, I think Mystical Dispute's great against all those styles of decks. 2 copies of Duress, which complement the Thoughtseize. We're going to bring those in against Control. Essentially, matchups where Fatal Push and Power Word Kill are bad, we can board in the Duresses and the Mystical Disputes. One of the cards that I've been wanting to try is Glissa Sunslayer in the sideboard, and I kind of want to try these main deck. I think a couple copy of Glissa Sunslayer is going to give you kind of an alternate route to victory. Like, you can just attack a bunch with Glissa Sunslayer and win the game. Your opponent can't really block it ever, and it's going to just draw you a bunch of cards, and it'll find new things to kill your opponent's stuff. And if I were to play the main deck, I would cut a Treasure Cruise and a Diligent Excavator to fit them. And that's probably going to be one of my next instances of the deck, is where I try to play Glissa main deck and see how it feels. I think all modes are good. Being able to kill a Planeswalker, being able to draw a card, or destroy enchantment all seem great. 2 copies of Pithing Needle. This is mostly for Karn the Great Creator. That card is a nightmare. And if your opponent is playing mono green and they play Karn the Great Creator and then Needle, whatever your creature is in play, whether it's Jace, Prince Prodigy, or Rona, could be pretty bad. I think Pithing Needle is a very underwhelming sideboard card, but it's kind of a necessary evil against something as disgusting as Karn. I've been considering Ceremonious Rejection in this slot. I'm not sure which one is better. My gut says that it's Pithing Needle because we can do it preemptively, but Ceremonious Rejection could be good in other matchups. It's just, you need it to be like a 1 or 2 mana thing. It could just be like 3 or 4 Distasteful Strokes in the sideboard, I guess, or Ether Gust. I think all those are fine, but Ether Gust doesn't specifically deal with Karn, which is the problem for your deck. And then lastly, 1 copy of Power Word Kill, which can come in as an additional removal spell against most aggro decks or mid-range decks if we need it. We are playing Giganta as a companion. It is going to allow us to grind longer games. When you're playing looters like Jace and Rona, having an extra card to discard is huge. If you're playing a grindy long game, being able to play Giganta is great. That's all I got. Giganta's good. Play it if you can. This is Rona Combo. Today is April 25th, and we're going to run it through a league. Make sure to stick around. We'll be right back. All right, we're here for round 1. Real Giganta will be on the play. Pretty great opener. We'll keep. Not having anything to do with the Mox Amber mana. A little awkward, but maybe we'll draw a Consider. Maybe we'll want to go turn 2 Power Word Kill, turn 3 Jace plus another 2-drop. Check the deck list now, Russ. I changed it back. Or I changed it to the newer build. Alright, another aggro deck. This is actually becoming, a little tough sometimes. I kind of want to take the Ossification, but I feel like I need to strip them down a bit. I think Power Word Kill on 3 on the Adeline makes sense. We can play Jace on 2, and then they'll just probably spray the board with 3 drops. If we take Ossification, Maybe we should take... Let's see. Maybe I just take Recruitment Officer. The Luminarch Aspirant on 2 is a little annoying as well. Yeah, I'm not really that worried about Initiate flipping. I don't think it's going to be very easy. I'm going to take Luminarch Aspirant. I think I'll Powered Kill on 2, and on 3 I'll go Jace plus Mox plus a thing, and hopefully have another play. And then Ossification's not really that big of a deal. And then when they go for the Adeline, I'll just have the mana up to kill. Alright, I'm just going to play the Jace. If they Ossification it, that's okay. I probably should have gone take Ossification, play Jace on 2, but then they go Recruitment Officer and start jamming. Oh, right, they only have 1 land. Okay. Self-mill. I'm going to pitch the Helix, keep Tyvar, maybe? And we'll just plus on the Hopeful Initiate. Excavator was a pretty good draw, allowing us to flip the Jace immediately. Next turn we can maybe Thoughtseize them? Not sure. Okay. So Jace on the Helix with Rona is infinite. We know they have Ossification though, so we should probably go like plus on the Hopeful Initiate, play Tyvar and go up. And then next turn we just kill. And then we have kill next turn. We could have Thoughtseize him, but I did not want Jace to potentially get killed or attacked. Like if it goes to 2, like if they Ossification this and attack this to 2, I can't kill next turn. But this way I don't need to really Thoughtseize them if they have a second Ossification or whatever. You can Ossify Jace. Oh, it hits Planeswalkers. Fuck. I always forget the Ossification can hit Planeswalkers. I definitely should have took Ossification earlier. It's a good call. Should have killed him. Or should have Thoughtseize. That's a good call. Alright, so let's go blue. We'll go target Helix. We'll go Helix, target Rona. Alright, so let's go target you. And save targets. Automatic. Okay. We definitely want the 4 removal spells, and I think the 2 Glissa. Maybe the Canker Blooms as well. I think maybe Thoughtseize can come out. Some number of Consider can come out from a cruise, maybe even from 2 Cruise or a Tyvar. Something like this seems okay. We want basically all our removal and all our combo pieces. And we need to trim some of our more expensive blue cards. I'm going to keep this hand. It's not the best hand in the world, but it has 2-mana interaction into a brick wall. And even if they have an answer to the brick wall, we have a backup brick wall. So I don't mind this hand too much. Similar to the Neoform decks, like I think that, you know, it's just something we have to work on and figure out. Should have probably played Botanical Sanctum. I gotta probably play Mana Confluence next turn. Hopefully I just draw a land that's not Mana Confluence taps for black. I'm not gonna play around Brave the Elements anymore, so I'm gonna wait for them to put a counter on something with Luminarch. Yeah, no Thali, please. Thank you. Alright, let's kill the Recruitment Officer, I guess. This is bigger. They'll put a counter on the Luminarch. Maybe I should kill Luminarch instead. I'm not sure. Well, all the versions I've been playing have Tyvar panic, so like I think Tyvar is the X factor that the deck was needing to make Rona good, right? That haste is just so powerful. All right, so let's go Glissa and see how she do. See how she do. I'll trade with Athalia and then play a second one, right? Okie doke. So we'll take 5 down to 8. We're gonna Glissa down to 7 off of the land, and then play a tap Water Grave probably. So we're under some serious pressure. Ossification's looking scary. Not having one man interaction is awkward. Maybe we should trim a retraction helix. If they put a counter on Thalia and attack with it, I wonder if they'll put a counter on Luminarch and then attack with just Thalia. The Castle Ardenvale is a little scary. Going late or whatever. Adeline. Okay, well, now we'll just see what they attack with. Maybe I should cut all the treasure cruises. I think I have to keep the Glisten play to stave off the Adeline for a turn. So we can Helix the Glissa, bounce something after blocks. We're probably dead, but I might be able to survive if they don't attack with everything, or they attack in a specific way. My guess is they just activate Meter Vault and send, and I think that's lethal. 5, 3, 2 attackers get through. Yeah, maybe I keep the Considers on the play. They just give me stuff to do with the Mox mana. Maybe trim an Excavator. I kind of want to trim one more Tyvar. Honestly, the Glistens didn't look that good. I guess it was better than like Tyvar in that spot. I don't know. Glissa was good if we kill Luminarch. Maybe that's right. Maybe that's true. Just killed the wrong minion. Gonna bend the creature since we already have one. I'll play Ronan 2 instead of Jace. Assuming that it's gonna get hit with a removal spell, and then we'll play Jace Consider next turn. Yeah, I agree, Big Mech, but I think that's why I like the Jace build more. I just think the Jace build is sweet. I'm not sure like the best version yet, but this version feels pretty solid. I think we're gonna lose a lot of games just being on the draw. We're gonna brick on our combo sometimes, but the Jace Rona flipping treasure cruise stuff seems pretty good to me. But if you notice, like that was yet another game last game where we had treasure cruise in our deck and it just didn't do anything. And that's why I'm not a huge fan of playing 4. We've tried 4 and it's just a little clumsy sometimes. All right, no attacks, great. Trying to play Ossification with Thalia in play, huh? Doesn't work how you want it to work, bro. All right, I think I will block the Rona or the Thalia with the Glissa, but maybe I just start attacking. Loot. Let's discard Darkslick Shores. Loot. Discard Watery Grave. Play Jace. I think I'll offer the trade. I think they want to trade with the Thalia so they can Ossification. But now I can consider Ampush and loot with Rona. We also have a backup Jace. I'm not afraid of ossification on Jace or Rona. They drew the third land. Maybe attacking was bad. I think Claim to Fame is another card that could be a consideration for this deck. Claim to Fame is kind of cool. See what they target. Let's go Consider first in case we graveyard it and then draw land. It's a lot of Jaces drawn, all four. Let's Consider, I guess. Might want to double cruise or something. Helix. We don't have Mox, but maybe we can kill next turn. If we draw Mox, it's going to be pretty good for us. I guess we'll kill their target lieutenant. They'll save it for sure. We'll play another Jace. Which is better, Jace VP or Karn? I mean, they're just different decks. One is 8 Elves, 4 Keenan. The other is 8 Interaction Piece, 4 Jace. There's no consensus yet on what the best is. Alright, so they're going to attack. We'll put the O2 in front of the 1-1. The Jace is going to die. I was Perfected Mind. I haven't played with Perfected Mind that much. It's just another kill. I don't think that the plus on it is that good. Alright, so we'll go for Tyvar. We'll go and get Rona back, since if we can still loot twice, and if we hit, we win. Alright, so let's loot with Rona first. Alright, so we can discard Retraction Helix, and that actually gives us another mana to play a card draw spell to dig. We can maybe double cruise, or at least cruise once. GG. And then we had the Jace to Mox, so we had it anyway. So start with blue. We'll minus on the Helix. All right, so it's minus. We'll get back Excavator. And now we don't have to make mana anymore. We'll do this target you, Rona, save targets, always yield. Okay. Yo, Stellar Tricks, thanks for the 2 months. Says works done. Rona time. Nice. All right. This ends okay, not great. Kind of want to put back Tyvar. In the dark against aggro decks, there's just a chance it's bad. Go turn 1 Thoughtseize, see what's up. Can double consider next turn. Memory Deluge, Shieldred in the same deck, huh? I guess we can just take Heartless Act, and then if we draw a creature, it just survives for a while, probably. I'm not sure if I should be worried about Shieldred. With 4 Fatal Push and a Power Word kill, and also once the combo's going, I don't actually draw many cards. I think I'm just going to consider twice, and then Thoughtseize before I play my creature next turn, but I need to find the creature first. I could main phase of consider, I guess, and then... I don't know. Just gonna buy Gigantha, I think. Use my mana efficiently. We can still Thoughtseize the Shoulder next turn if we want to, or the Deluge, depending. I don't really understand what my opponent's deck does. But I know what it doesn't do, and that's apply pressure. Could Oath of Nissa be good in this? I think in this build it misses way too much. Now, if they want to veto this, that's fine. We'll just take the Deluge, make their life a little harder. Next turn we'll play Gigantha. So their hand is 2 land, veto, push. As for control, I mean, they have a Shoulder in their deck. I don't know if that counts as control necessarily. I just really am unsure what's going on, you know? Alright, here's the Jegman. Okie doke. Very cool. So now I know their hand is Dome's Veto, Fatal Push, Godless Shrine. Why would they shock? I don't understand why they would shock. I'm so low on life already, chat. Buy Yorion, hold up Veto. Wonder if they veto this. Alright, let's play Tyvar. And I'm gonna minus and hope we hit Rona or something. Oh, we hit Jace, nice. We're going to Thoughtseize their Yorion, I suppose. No, I just leave them with 2 mediocre cards in hand. Nice turn, yeah, definitely. Alright, so now we just get to tick up both our Planeswalkers. We have to fight through push Veto. Oh no, they played the Veto. Push Fortel. Okay. Well, Devil, it doesn't usually draw 4 Thoughtseizes, you know? Like, we have 4 Treasure Cruise in our deck. We have the ability to maybe next turn go Jace minus Consider or Thoughtseize. I'm not sure. Is there Spell Push in your list? No, not in this build. Alright, let's go for a Thoughtseize here. Pretty good draw, huh? Maybe we minus. Okay. Very cool. Found him. Yeah, I maybe should have waited until they targeted with Fatal Push before I activate the Jace. I don't know. The Fairy Hero. If they tuck the Jace. Alright. Now what? Now nothing? Double cruise, just draw a bunch of fucking air and die. That's fun. Very cool. Okie doke. I feel like if they just cycle Shark Typhoon, I die, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Seems strange. Yeah, I'm pretty upset about the sequence this game went, honestly. Just like churn through half my deck, draw 3 Mox 3 Retraction Helix when I just need to draw other things. Okay. My opponent is beating me in the dumbest way possible, man. This is honestly embarrassing. I know the top card's Jace too, and when I play it, they can just tuck and attack, so I'm just dead. Whatever. 4th Retraction Helix under the Jace. Alright, so let's get all the Fatal Push and Powered kills out. We can always use Retraction Helix to bounce Shark Token if we need to. Glissa Duress. Mystical Dispute. Maybe trim a Excavator. I don't really love Pithy Needle. Didn't seem like they had anything for Canker Bloom that mattered. We'll keep this one. Turn 2, I can play Jace with Dispute backup, which is nice. Have I tested Tasker as a sideboard card? No. I don't think you can play Tasker. I don't think you can play Tassiger and Treasure Cruise together, and in this build, I really do like Treasure Cruise. I'm assuming this is going to get hit with a push. I wanted to potentially hold up a Dispute if I could, but Dumb Shocking is like pretty likely to be push, but there's a chance that it's Consider, so. By the Jegmans. Maybe there's just a Tyvar Jace control deck. See if they go for a Dovin's Veto here. I mostly just want to know if it's there. I'm going to dispute the Omen. I think pretty aggressively hitting Omen against Yorin is good. Alright, just a bunch of fucking garbage removal spells is fine. We lose any cards you think might be decent if you play Gigantha? Not really. It's basically just Dig Through Time versus Cruise, but Jace Cruise is pretty good. Alright, so let's go... Tyvar. Did you really peel a counterspell, bro? Like, am I supposed to just not there? I don't really know what to do there. I don't think I'm supposed to wait. I know everything except the one card. Alright, we'll just cruise, eat our graveyard so we can resolve it, and hope they didn't draw another counterspell. Nice. I'm gonna like wait for them to kill this real quick. All right, they didn't. So let's go blue, green, black. We can Tyvar, and then that can let us get back Rona if they go for a kill. It also lets us loot and then plus and loot again. Ah, okay. Just pitch a mana confluence, I guess. Shoulder G to killing the Tyvar is a little awkward. Maybe I should have waited for them to kill this and then Tyvar minus to guarantee that it is worth 2 cards. So they have 2 Heartless Acts. We actually don't have a kill here. And discard a backup Mox Amber, maybe. Now, if they go for another 2 mana removal, I can counter it and then maybe kill next turn. We gotta be a little careful of Heartless Act plus or 2 spells with 4 mana now. They keep letting me loot, which is nice. Alright, we'll just say go. I kind of want to hold the land. Opponent's playing very strangely. Should dispute this. I think a Tyvar turn was a pretty big mistake. Also, probably should have main phase looted. Discard this, look for something to do. Because we could still go like Mox plus blue spell, like Mox Cruise or something would be nice. I need to get better about main phasing the Ronas. Alright, let's attack. We actually have the kill if they go to kill the Gigantha here, or if they do anything that's uncouth. We can kill them. We know they have 1 Heartless Act left. I don't really want to run into a Supreme Verdict. Flip Rona and attack? That's probably a good idea, but they're just waiting for me to do that, right? Maybe that's better. Because they still have the Heartless Act to kill it. Rest in peace. We can beat it with what's in hand. So if we just draw a discard spell for the Heartless Act, we can win pretty easily. If we draw Tyvar, we can actually win on the spot. Oh, wait, no, we can't, because we can't get it back. Alright, smash for 5. I'm gonna go ahead and play the Rona, because again, we can kill next turn if they put the shield down. This is leaving us slightly vulnerable to Wrath, but it's hard to beat everything. Alright, Teferi, see what you got. Minus on the Jag. Okay, that's game. Unless their last card's Fatal Push. Alright, so we go blue, Diligent Excavator. So our patience paid off. We just waited for as long as we could, and they eventually tapped out. We'll bring in the Canker Blooms for Rest in Peace. I don't want this other Diligent Excavator since they're gonna maybe turn off the Tyvar. Okay, sounds fine. You think there's a version of Keenan / Rona combo with the suite of Springleaf Drum and Moonsnare prototype? I don't think it has Keenan in that version, but it has something else probably. What's it called? As fuck, what's it called? Emery Lurker the Lock. Emery Lurker the Lock's definitely a build you can play. I think that's like Jeskai Ascendancy bait. Alright, so we have Mystical Dispute for a blue card here. We can also just play Consider off the Mox. If we draw a land, we can play Glissa and threaten the Rest in Peace. No third land. We'll play Jace as with our other mana. If this gets hit with a Dovin's Veto, alright, we'll just counter this. I really don't want him to hit land drops. Alright, they should have vetoed probably. Okay, so didn't come this far just to come this far. I really don't mind that much about the removal. Maybe we just take veto. So if we draw something good, it's unstoppable. Then now they need just like lands and everything. I really don't care if this Rona dies because if we draw a land, we can play Glissa. If we draw a land, we can also just play Jace Rona. Alright, land. We could go Glissa, but then it's just going to die. So now we can go Glissa next turn, and then it's like everything's easy peasy, right? That's fine. What's the combo here? There's a bunch of mini combos, but mostly it's Rona, Helix, Mox's infinite stuff. Let's see. Let's go loot first. I think attacking is worth more here. Ortel. Okay, well now we can kill Rest in Peace. Loot's still good. Okay. Alright, so when it's a player, I can do a bunch of different stuff. So let's go hit ya. And now we can fill our graveyard back up. We've discarded 2 treasure crews, which I don't love, but blowing up the Rest in Peace here is cracked. Now we can go loot. Zero Skill Gaming, thanks for 2 months. Welcome back to the Thought Squad. So we know they have Deluge, Edict, Teferi, and a rando. So let's start by attacking with just Glissa. We can just loot twice and play Treasure Cruise. We'll draw a card and lose life. Alright, so let's start with the loot so we have more info. Probably going to pitch Giganta. We'll go Duress You. So we can discard the Treasure Cruise and then minus and then play Treasure Cruise from the graveyard. So they're going to play Behold the Multiverse in response. That's fine. Forgot they had that. Put one top, one bottom. Alright, so they push the Jace. That's fine. Now we can go loot. Mox Amber. Discard backup Rona. We'll play Tyvar. Get the Jace back. Okay, so we can just duress them. I don't hate it. And also just Treasure Cruise. I haven't played a land yet, so maybe Cruise is better first. Alright, here we go. I don't think they'll be able to stop everything anyway. I think we cruise because if we draw land, that's great. Yeah. I think that's fair. One top, one bottom. Push on the Rona. Okay, so now we can treasure cruise. Let's attack first. Draw a card. We have excavator, so there's a decent chance we can kill this turn. Maybe it's not till next turn. Draw a card and lose a life. Start with the duress. Vraska's Contempt, Edict, Teferi, Deluge. Let's take the Edict. Just gonna rip them apart. Alright, we'll keep this hand. We need Mox for combo, but we have everything else. Rona can maybe find it, depending on the matchup. Turn 1 elf. Not in love with this. Really want to draw Fatal Push to slow them down for a turn. Yeah, I mean, if you want to buy Shoulder Draven, I think that it's the best deck. I'm gonna go with Thoughtseize here. I think that Rakdos is the best deck. It's just very difficult to beat. Okay, so no matter what I do, they're gonna have a big thing next turn, and they're gonna lead into Nykthos. So maybe I just take Wolf Willowhaven so that their mana is a little restricted. But maybe I just take Old Growth Troll so that I can maybe push the Pelucranos. Whereas pushing the Old Growth Troll's bad. Alright, so they're going to go for a big Pelucranos here. I'm going to go 16, play Rona. And then hope that I draw Mox before they kill me. It's a race at this point. Why is the link not working to Patreon, Elif? Alright, take 2. Rona. Yeah, my Cloudbot was turned off for some reason. For some reason, Cloudbot and StreamDeckerBot both just get disconnected / turned off every now and then, and you have to like reconnect them. It's very annoying. You know, maybe I was right about taking the Wolf Willow Haven, huh? Because now they get to do this shit and play Cavalier. I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to transform this. Okie doke. So let's loot. Should I discard Blooming Marsh? It doesn't deal me damage. The Fatal Push isn't that great without a way to turn it on. Tyvar lets me see 2 more cards, look for Mox to kill. Alright, if we draw Mox here, we can win. So let's loot and then untap and loot again. We'll let the Tyvar die. I don't think that's that big of a deal. Okay, we'll just discard Fatal Push, I think. Just have to try to combo kill next turn. I gotta like loot, cruise, consider looking for Mox to kill. You probably figured out. Maybe I should have just went for something different this turn. So they can transform this into a 6/6. This is 9 damage, put me to 2. They can kill Tyvar and then hit me for 3 down to 8. They'll probably transform this, be my guess. Lucanos has been really strong, honestly. What a top deck, man. Are they holding back an elf? I don't know if Cruise does anything. I feel like I'm just too low on mana to do it. I really wish all they did last turn was flip and attack. God damn it. Volkarn. I really don't think this matchup is that bad. Being on the draw is a huge deal. Bringing some duresses, PWK. They have a little trouble with Glissa. We can just attack and shatter shit, and they just can never really block it. First strike's crazy. Double Pithy Needles. Think that is consider into Tyvar minus Rona Luton and Mox. Yeah, that's right. You're right. That was a line. I really like Tyvar too. It's one of my favorites they've made in a while. Turn 2 Kior Oath. Nice. Oh yeah, the Mox doesn't work with the car now. That's right. That's why I knew I was dead. Because we were going to have to Attraction Helix and our Tyvar was dead. I think maybe the turn before when I played Tyvar, I'm just kind of throwing it away, and maybe that's bad, right? Okay, well, I guess we just buy Giganta. It's like a really embarrassing turn, to be honest. Would love to have drawn Thoughtseize, Fatal Push, Duress. Maybe I want Ether Gust in the sideboard. A couple Ether Gusts probably okay for matchups like this. Maybe Negates or Disdainful Strokes also. I don't love Disdainful Stroke in the matchup. Karn's good, obviously, but like Pelucranos and Old Growth Troll are just like really powerful early. What you gonna go get? Pithy Needle? Maybe Mono Green's just the best deck now because of Glucranos, if I'm being honest. Might just become a Mono Green gamer. I really like the deck, but like I just keep getting fucking hounded by, you know, the menaces of the format. I think it's maybe time for Mono Green to come back. I think it got enough new stuff. Maybe we'll do that on stream tomorrow. Alright, well, basically dead. Got a mulligan the 5-lander. This hand is keepable, but I'm not in love with it. I have most of the combo. I'm actually going to put back Fatal Push in the dark, mostly because I don't have black mana, but also because my turn 1 and 2 are gummed up with not guaranteed plays, but lined up well to use my mana. Alright, Bogles. Alright, found the black for Tyvar. Let's see if we can find the Mox to kill. Well, Raelian, like, none of those cards are in Pioneer, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna block. There's no mutagenic growths. Alright, well, that's game. So we'll go Mox. You get a loot first. It'll untap. Alright, let's go Helix, target Rona. Blue. Green. Black. They didn't even see what I was doing. Why would they concede? Okay, so I do think Fatal Push is still good in this matchup. Raven Feeblement also decent. I think Thoughtseize is fine. We can probably cut one Excavator. Sure, maybe a Tyvar. The more I play the deck, the more I think maybe playing 3 Tyvars right. Like, obviously, it's fucked up with all this stuff, but without Elves, you can't play it on 2. It's hard to blind minus and hit. It's a little bit weaker in this build than some of the other builds. But it's still very powerful with Jace and Rona, though. I wonder if we just arrest them. The problem. So here's the thing about the enchantments deck, whatever it's called, Bogles or whatever. This build has like no enchantments that matter really. I mean, it has like, you know, the ones from +1/+1 for every enchantment or whatever. But like destroying that doesn't really solve the issue. They have so many mini buffs and stuff. You just like have to kill Light Paws or make them discard their creature, or just kill them. You know. I'm gonna trim these two, and I don't really know what to bring in. Maybe Glissa can buy me some time. Maybe just block trade with a big thing. And I think the fair part of this deck is the strength of it, like the interaction and stuff. Probably should have played this tapped. Maybe we want some Spell Pierces back in the deck. That's another piece of protection that could be cool. I don't know if it's necessary. Light Paws. Can't beat that one. Removal, please. Alright, well, we have the combo next turn. Let's see if we're dead. / our shit dies. We can't go infinite, but we do have some stuff we can do. Damping Sphere. Well, we can bounce that one, so I'm not that worried about it. We need to have an untapper, though. Salute first, I guess. Maybe we just go for next turn. Top 8 and RCQ with this over the weekend. Lost to Rectos and Swiss and Rogues in top 8. Congrats on the top 8. That's awesome. I think we're very close to making the deck good, you know? Lipause GG. Not if all their stuff's hate cards or whatever now. Illuminator Virtuoso's fine. They can't play another card. Costs 2. Yeah, Rogues can be tough. I've beaten Rogues, though. I'll block the Gladeculver Scout. Seems free. Alright, that should be game. So let's go Helix on Rona. They could have a 1-mana thing. If they have a 1-mana thing that interacts with me here, that's not the best for me. Blue, black, green. We can still do stuff even if that happens, though, so it's not a big deal. Alright, so let's bounce this. March of Otherworldly Light was the card I was thinking of, right? That's the card that could disrupt the combo here. It's just, like, very close to being good already. Like, we just don't need much help. But the sideboard needs some work. Like, we just need to figure out some of the numbers and stuff. I also think I might want to change the deck a little bit to be slightly more interactive. I want to play like a Bloodchief's Thirst. I really like the idea of turn 3 Tyvar / Glissa. And then I'm going to save the Amber for next turn so we can get a loot. I don't think they'll have much in the way of removal for Rona, but they could have counterspells for a combo, so we got to be careful. Okay, bounce Rona, awkward. Okay. I should have still held the Mox, I think. I was like planning on potentially. I also should have played Darkslick Shores. That was a mistake. I was gonna bluff / I don't know, another petty theft. Great. Take 5 down to 10. Are we dead next turn? Maybe. So we can go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we Tyvar minus and hit Jace, and let's see, we can Rona and loot, but that puts us empty on mana. So I think we just fucking Rona tap land. And then I think we can actually chump Ascendant Spirit. Let's see, so the 2 and then 3, so it'll make it a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We go to 1. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess we block, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have to block. That's fine. We can just Tyvar minus and maybe kill. We're probably going to lose to a counterspell here. Should we Thoughtseize first? I guess we have to kill this turn. We can't really get out of it otherwise, so I think Thoughtseize makes the most sense. Odawara? No, dude, come on. That's funny. Alright, Power Word Kill, Mystical Disputes. I kind of want Raise, but they are so bad late. Let's see, we can probably trim one of these, and maybe a Consider. Wonder if I should hold up the Mystical Dispute on one and counter like a Mausoleum Wonder or whatever. Well, we have a bunch of Jaces, so I'm like super fine if Jace gets Mystical Disputed here. In fact, I think I would prefer it. Alright, because now we just have to start discarding Jaces, but I'll have the Mystical Dispute for protection, which is nice. Alright, come on. Removal spell, please. Removal spell, please. Alright, so we'll kill this. We have the Mystical Dispute to stop their protection, and the next turn we can flip and cruise. I think I want a third Mystical Dispute in the board. I think this matchup is prevalent enough and hard enough. And I think Mystical Dispute is just a great sideboard card for this deck for sure. Alright, let's go Treasure Cruise. If they counter it, we can go minus Consider. We'll just take up Jason, I guess. Do we play her on Lofty Denial? I'm not sure if I should or not, honestly. Alright, so this is going to hit Jace for 3, but then I can start shrinking it. We can maybe Jace, if it gets countered, we go Tyvar minus. This is kind of bait. I kind of want them to counter this Jace because we can just go Tyvar minus and get it back. Alright, Denial's fine. Alright, well, plus on the Brazen Bar. I think we've already played a land. We'll say go. Next turn we can loot before anything goes in the graveyard. Jace is going to go to 1. Scary. How do you think Pioneer would look if fetches were legal? I think that they banned them for a very good reason. I would not really like to see them. I think they would ruin the format, obviously. You would have to just ban, like, all the dig spell, like, all the delve spells and stuff. And then it's just the same as Pioneer, but with worse cards. Okay, so let's maybe loot first. Okay. Play Tyvar. I think I'm going to minus and just try to spike Rona. Alright, let's see how they attack. We might be able to scum them with the powered kill. Make sure that we mess up their attacks a bit. The next time we can loot with Jace, maybe play Treasure Cruise in the graveyard if this Telepath Unbound stays healthy. Alright, let's kill the Borrower, or try to. It's going to leave the Jace at 3. We can minus on something like powered kill, go for removal, and then flip the Jace. Maybe we just go for Treasure Cruise, though. Play Cruise from the grave. Drew Fatal Push. Let's go for push on this, see if they have anything. Okay, they gave up. Can't believe they just gave up. Their hand must have just been 2 lands. Got a mulligan this one, I think. I wonder if I can build a sideboard plan that cuts all the Tyvars. I don't think they're very good at matchups like this, even with the haste. But they're part of the kill, or they're like a card that can kill when you have stuff going. Let's keep. Maybe they'll run headfirst into double fatal push on their thing. It's close. Rona's a great draw. I don't really want to play the Rona yet. All right, next turn we'll go Rona with Dispute backup. We'll Dispute over it. I kind of like getting the Rona in play. If they have another counterspell, then that's fine. Now Helix is lethal if we can find green. I was hoping I would get to use Mystical Dispute after the Rona resolved. Ooh, maybe I want one Fading Hope in the deck. Fading Hope seems like good for saving my own things from removal as well. Have to think on it a little. Alright, let's loot. If they... Maybe I should have gone for a push on this first. Discarding the Jace might have been a mistake as well. Petty Theft on this. That's fine. Yeah, exactly, because I can just replay my thing with Tyvar out. That was my thinking anyway. Alright, so let's go... Loot with Rona. Loot with Jace. Let's try for a Tyvar and see if the Rona gets to untap. I'm gonna go for Consider, I think. We can minus and get back Jace. Don't need the Mox. No! Dang. Alright, so both my Planeswalkers are gonna die, but at least I can flip this Jace. See how they attack. So this is going face. This is going Tyvar. Face, face, Tyvar. So Jace is being left alone. So let's Rona. We'll just move to blocks. Now loot. Keep this one. And now we get to double cruise. Oh, we just found it. Okay, so let's start with cruise. Let's loot. See if they counter this Tyvar. I want to wait for protection. I don't know if I can, though. I'm, like, very close to dead. I don't know if they have anything. I feel like they would have countered my treasure cruise. I really just don't have time. Nothing transformed this turn. I guess I can still push the Brazen Borrower. Healing Helix twice with Jace. Yeah, that's fair. Let's go for it. We have a couple of different outs. I was thinking if I wanted to loot first, maybe look for a discard effect. If all they have is Counterspell, that's fine. If they bounce Rona, we can Tyvar minus and get back a different Rona, and then Jace do another thing. So let's loot. Discard Blooming Marsh. That's fine. So we can just do the combo again. So we'll minus, get back Rona. And then we Jace, get back Retraction Helix. And because it has haste, we win. Let's go! Awesome. Okay, this deck is fucking sick, man. That's all I got. Like, this deck is just fucking sick. It's probably off by 5 cards, but it's so much fun. It's so much fun. It's so exciting. And we're just, like, on the precipice of it being, like, truly great. And it just feels good, right? It just feels good to just hit the nail on the head. Like, this was almost our first build that we did last week. And someone 5-0'd with it, and it looked good. And some of the changes they made were okay. But some of the changes they made were, like, maybe not my favorite also. But, like, you saw how much we had to fight through to win that game, and we did. You know, we did win that game. That was awesome. All right, so what would I change? What would I change from this build? I think I might trim 1 Duress for another Mystical Dispute, and I might trim the Power Word Kill for another Rave Enfeeblement. I'm also not sure on this Power Word Kill, but if you wanted to do 1 Diligent Excavator, 2 Power Word Kill, I think that this would be fine. We don't really need the Diligent Excavator. I think maybe trimming 1 Tyvar could be correct, but I'm not positive. Overall, though, very happy with how this list looked and played. And would not be upset to play this in a tournament tomorrow. So if you got RCQs this weekend, make sure to check this deck out. I think it's really good. And it could be up your alley. I think the mana base felt fine. 12 sources green for Tyvar. Enough turn 1 green for Push and Thoughtseize. Consider looked great with Mox Amber. Turns on Treasure Cruise. Another cool thing for Jace. You know, maybe it's only 3 Treasure Cruise. Maybe it's 2 Diligent Excavator, 3 Treasure Cruise. That's where we were initially. And we had a couple flex spots that were initially Censor. But I think just a little more interaction like Powered Kill is fine. Glissa Sunslayer in the main deck is also a consideration. Reality Chip's a consideration just because it's a... I guess it's not that good without Keenan because you can't do infinite stuff with it. But whatever. Doesn't matter too much. Overall, I really like the look of this deck. You know, I feel like it's very close to being excellent, and I'm very curious what other people think and if anyone comes up with any better ideas. So far, though, we're just kind of stuck with where we were last week, and that's about it. But yeah, 4-1, pretty good showing for the deck. Okay, as far as content's concerned, that's going to do it for the YouTube video. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button on your way out. I'm Tandy. I stream most weekdays, 1 p.m. Eastern. Come catch me live. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to hit the thumbs up. And we'll see you next time. Have a good one.